Nah, you know what, man? Right now, everybody want to be gender fluid, so I don't even think it's worth even commenting about it. It's just whatever.
It's just the latest fad, and
Because
public.
Chris, Country Chris,
Yeah,
he got 2 kids by his wife. Well, she ended up leaving him for a couple, but she left for a woman at first. And Chris told me like, man, yeah, I think she was like, he's like, I think she was just liking girls at first anyway. And then Todd told me like, Daddy, nah, she was messing with, but she ended up leaving him for a whole couple. She's still with the couple right now, but he has his 2 kids.
mm, mm.
Yeah, he got his 2 kids, I wonder if like women, I don't know, man. That's why I asked you how y'all feel about that because I know a couple of women that's like gay. They had kids or whatever, but they knew they was gay and they just had the child. And I don't know if it's like, is that leading the guy on? Because one of them, I don't want to put her name out there, but she knew she was gay, and the dude still loved her. And then he like, we got a baby together, and you're gonna leave me for a chick? And she's like, well, I knew I was gay, and it was like, damn.
I mean, I think back in the day, I think marriages kind of validated women. Right now, today, I think kids kind of validate women.
But what is a woman?
A woman is a person with a XX chromosome that can procreate. They got a uterus. They got fallopian tubes. They got a vagina. That is a woman.
According to Twitter, male and female are social constructs. So, Rob, you're wrong. No one knows what a woman is anymore. So, I'm just letting you know that.
Have y'all have,
Just so you're politically correct.
have y'all seen it's a TikTok out there, y'all. It's a TikTok. I seen a reel the other day on Facebook. It's with Mr. Rogers.
Mm-hmm.
An old
And it
I
video.
said,
just seen it
yeah,
yesterday.
y'all
Yeah.
seen it? Yeah, I saw it
Yeah.
yesterday as well. That's what I said. He said boys were meant to be boys and girls was meant to be born to be girls.
I am shocked that like there was no traction to like try to cancel him because they trying to cancel Aretha Franklin's song "Natural Woman." Did y'all hear about that?
I didn't hear about
No,
that,
man.
but this is just
Tell me
ridiculous.
about it's ridiculous.
Uh,
It's goddamn dick. Go ahead, let me hear it, man. So tell me about.
Well, for what I know about it, I guess it's some type of like onion slash like fake account or whatever. More of a parody account that's trying to like so called cancel her, but I don't think it's real. But the fact that it's just out there, I
Yeah,
mean,
it ain't
it's
got no real traction. Don't do it,
no, I don't think so. But it was still out there though, like low key.
dude.
But yeah,
A friend of mine told me this, and this is the truth. The way the world is now, somebody gonna be in heaven talking about all these gold roads. I can't find no road with silver. Like, like that's how fucked up our mentality is now, y'all.
yeah, someone
hey,
always gonna make a
did
complaint.
you all see the thing with the AI, artificial intelligence, showing how humans were supposed to progress through humanity from this point on? It like show like us from the caveman stage to the stage we in now, to us having cybernetic implants, to us being robots, and then us basically turning into one big working machine.
What you think? What you
Hey,
think,
I,
Rob?
I
Do I
say
think
I
I
don't
say
know.
that because the way that sexuality right now is becoming so murky, like men being women, women being men, no definition of man, no definition of woman. It's actually like it makes sense for us to not separate each other by gender, because if we
yeah,
do
pulse?
technically become all more similar, then we'll start to all think more similar. You see what I'm saying? I'm not agreeing with it. I'm just saying, like, if everybody thinks that there is no real definition of a woman and no definition of a man, then we're basically saying we're all human, and we're actually advancing our thought process because we're now starting to point ourselves in one direction.
Yeah, but how would we replenish our population
I don't
if
think
we all?
that. I like I say,
You
I don't
y'all
agree
see them
with it.
artists? Hey, Mr. Rob, you talking about how do we replenish the earth and things of that nature? I know you seen that artificial, the baby making machines and shit like that, the AI shit too.
Hmm.
Y'all, this,
I posted it on my Facebook
yeah,
page.
I saw that. I saw
They
that.
took it down too.
Oh,
For
they
this,
did.
They said
this
it
is
was
my
fake.
no. Well, I've seen it now a couple of more
Yeah,
times on some other people's shit, and it wasn't the same video that you had, Phil.
right.
Y'all, this technology gets to a point where it's going to get scary. And I
Hmm.
mean, we going there. Like the artificial intelligence in general. I mean, whenever you can controlling this computer, this AI, this artificial person, I just see Ex Machina,
Ex
some.
Machina,
Ex
yeah.
Machina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I find, and I've been wanting to see it. I don't know why I never saw it. I saw it late one night, and I'm like, once that artificial intelligence realized two things: that I'm smarter than the person that created me. Well, what they call it when like Terminator, when it becomes self-aware. Y'all don't think that's gonna be a problem?
Do
Oh
you
yeah,
think?
absolutely, it's gonna be a problem.
I mean,
I
we got
Yeah.
think.
Alexa. Alexa, this bitch be listening to me. I'm looking, don't nothing be on, but watching the TV and sometimes shit just light up. I'm like, this bitch paying attention to everything.
I mean,
There's no way.
they have to listen for commands, so they're gonna always be listening in
Thank
general.
you. Exactly. And I know that. Look, then we on the phone right now. If I talk about Pizza Hut, I want some Italian pizza, I want something. As soon as I get where is a good it's gonna finish my sentence on my phone, and it's gonna have like 20 different places. And I'm like, dude, but I was just only talking to my people.
Right, and like when you go into like your Facebook or any type of social media feed,
You're gonna
then
see
those
that shit
ads
all
are
on
gonna
them.
come up.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, and I
But
mean,
see,
I'm glad we see it. I'm glad we. I saw it. I saw it the first time, of course, because I thought it was fucking scary. But like I said, and it's just the baby. It's still a 4 or 5 year old child. I'm gonna say, I'm in the sense of artificial intelligence.
Hmm.
What happened when artificial intelligence get 15 or 16?
well, that's just the thing though. That a self learning device is ageless. Like it's nothing. The only thing that's gonna be new is learning emotional traits because data is already 100% accessible. The only thing it can learn is the nuances of humanity. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So,
And what if it never feels like that compassion, that human form?
but it
I
don't
mean,
have to be bad though.
no, that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm
Right.
saying. If it doesn't ever feel that, I feel if it never gets that, can understand about that. It's like that's when you wonder, like, where's this going? I always told my wife when I first met her, we used to watch movies. She didn't watch shit, but I used to always say, everybody say watch movies and you see what's happening in the future. I always told her the movie you should watch and worry feel the most is the Terminator
Hmm.
because we created that shit. You know what I'm
Just putting the
saying?
idea in people's head. I mean, the thing is with computers is like impossible things are anomalies and they need to be corrected. So
I
like
like that. I
human
like that.
existence is an anomaly. So it's perfectly normal for it to feel like we shouldn't be here because we shouldn't be here. It was impossible that we are.
Like,
And
do you
then,
But
think?
and not to be high, and I'm not high, but then that makes you wonder, like, where did we come from? How's like you say, it's an anomaly. So how
yeah,
did this happen, G?
that's it.
It's by chance. I mean,
That's by
us being here is
chance.
by chance. Yeah. Yeah.
But see,
So.
computers are not things of chance. They're things of their X's and O's. You know what I'm saying? They numbers, ones and zeros. So everything had to
Ones and
line up, had to
zeros.
make sense. And the only
Right.
way for everything to line up and make sense is for everything to be on one accord. Everything need to be going in one direction with nothing divergent. And that's why I was saying the AI sees us turning into robots, turning into one singular machine. And part of this unisexual process that we
Say it
going
right.
through is
Mm-hmm.
kind of a start of that. Don't nobody think there's two genders no more. I don't know what's wrong with these people, but they don't realize that there's more than one gender.
Dude, I'm 100% behind you on that. I just question it. I just Dude, it's so fucked up now. What you just said is like, nigga, I just put my head down and just move forward. Cause
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to say, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like if you say some shit, you ruffle more feathers than just to have your own fucking opinion.
Yeah.
That's why I follow more conspiracy groups now because at least they still can say why or what or who. You can't ask people that. People just think no, it's gonna be this way now, or you're gonna offend somebody, and they got 100 million people. I think people just like conflict.
Hey, if you want to get some good conspiracy content, listen to Joe Rogan and listen to Alex
Yeah, I listen
Jones.
to Joe. I listen to Joe Rogan. I haven't heard of Alex Jones, but
Man,
I
Alex Jones, he be spitting some shit though.
did y'all see You People last night?
You know
Who?
what? She wants to watch it, but I was
You
like,
People, not this is pretty
Oh, with
good.
Eddie Murphy. They said it was so bad. I ain't get a chance to watch it yet.
Oh no, it's pretty good. Eddie,
He got
but
like
you
a
know why?
35 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Eddie Murphy doesn't play. It's because he's playing a father role, and it's almost different now.
yeah,
But
Yeah.
he's still an asshole and funny. I mean, I'll put it to you like this: when I watched it last night, I was more into. I can't wait for Beverly Hills Cop 4. You kind of see what I'm saying? Because I wanted to act so Foley, Eddie Murphy. He was more, but he was funny. He still was an asshole. He still was funny. Mike Epps going to steal a show. I'm letting you know, Mike Epps still. He got have 15 minutes. He steals the whole fucking movie with it. But it's a pretty good movie, and it's based on race, y'all.
I'm gonna check it out. I looked at, like I said, I seen some of the comments about it, but I never really go off of nobody else rating anyway. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Hey,
I ain't
Eric. I'm sorry, Phil, but hey, thanks for that recommendation for the Menu movie. That was pretty good, but Cassie didn't like it.
the menu. Did I
Yeah,
see that?
You didn't? She didn't like it.
she didn't like it. She's
What was that
Why
about?
should? Hey, it's great. You and Niecy might need. It's on HBO Max. I should watch that shit tonight. I will
picture
watch that before I watch you. For real, you people.
picture a cooking show and the movie Saw mixed in one.
Great one. That's a great analogy.
Yeah, because
Great.
people at work was asking me about. I mean, that's the best explanation I could come up with. Yeah,
But
picture Saw and a Food Network.
I'm gonna tell you, everybody that I've told to watch it, they came back. Every fucking body I told to watch it, the call me Michael Jackson, they breathe my guys. They're like, dude, that movie was fucking crazy.
Straight.
Good actors, yeah, it's a good movie, man. Fuck you up though. It's more of a horror. It's a dark horror trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'd
Look,
probably
y'all.
check it out. Niecy ain't a fan of scary movies or horror or gross
Oh, I
stuff.
was just gonna say, so Scream 6 is out the question for her, huh?
Scream 1 is out the question. She
Yeah,
barely
Scream,
was yeah.
And
Got
Scream
a
wasn't
Scream,
scary.
huh? Scream.
Scream was it wasn't
Well,
scary.
she will
It,
watch Scream. I'm thinking. I'm thinking you said Saw for some reason. That's what I was stuck in my head.
but Scream is more witty, and
Yeah,
there's
it's a
more.
thriller.
That's why I was telling the kids, because the kids haven't never seen it.
They just remade it, didn't they?
This part 6 coming out, and it's even with the shit that I've heard about part 6, it's great. Like all of them have been. First off, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That was back in 98, whatever, 95, 96 when it came out, the first one. You never saw two killers before. You know what I'm saying? It was always who
Right.
done it. And it's like they take it to the next level every time. And it's like I told the kid, I ain't telling them the whole thing. I'm like, I gotta watch it. It ain't so much people be it's so horror. No, it's really like, tell me who the fuck you think did this shit. And
Right.
why.
Right, it was
Right.
just more of a mystery versus like a scary
Exactly,
thriller.
mister. That's what
Yeah,
I
it was a
feel. That's
thriller.
how I feel.
Did y'all
Right.
see Glass Onion?
Very good.
That
You
movie
know
was
what?
good.
I started on it, but I fell
You ain't
asleep on it.
seen it? Oh,
I,
you did tell me that, I think, nigga.
I
I'm
fell
like,
asleep on it. Yeah.
I was talking about how Janelle Monáe, because I told Meek, I was like, when Mahershala, we was in the basement with him one night, he had made the movie with Janelle Monáe and then with the astronaut shit. He was like, Eric, she's beautiful, man. And he like, but gee, she come up to like your nose, your chin. Like I knew she was that
She
short.
is
Yeah, she
small.
really short. But I'm like, she a cute little porcelain doll. You can't see what I'm saying?
A cute porcelain doll, man.
Damn. Well, what's
So, so,
wrong?
it sounds like,
She a dark complected woman. I'm telling
Hey,
you, she's attractive.
oh yeah, you don't like dark skinned chicks either. So yeah,
Exactly. Yeah,
that's saying a
we ain't
lot.
gotta.
That's
Yeah, that's
saying a
saying
lot.
a whole fucking lot if I'm saying she's attractive, motherfucker. Ass or right. But anyway,
we've been watching. Well, she's been watching Yellowstone, and I would catch an episode here and there. But that's actually pretty decent. Now that we're watching this, I think I'm gonna go retro, man, and get into some Clint Eastwood westerns because just just
I
kind
feel
of
no.
just
You
kind
gonna
of
turn
do a
into
throwback.
somebody granddaddy sitting there watching old black and white cowboy movies now?
Phil, I watch
His
cowboy
his
movies,
his
man.
West is our color, man.
Yeah,
What?
his is color. But
They
no, I said
color,
I
man.
watch it. Stars got a Western network. G, like my favorite, like when you talk about the favorite movies, one of my favorite is Tombstone. It's a Western.
Yeah, yeah.
How y'all
You know
feel
what I'm
about
saying?
them remaking Django
Already?
I heard something about that, but I didn't. It's
already?
too. But like this, yeah, it's too soon, ain't it?
Who's gonna star in it?
Some random dude. I mean, I'm sure to him he not random, but I don't know who he is.
Right,
But yes, they already I saw it in the stream. I'm like, what are they doing that for?
right, exactly. It was good. You leave some shit you leave
And they
alone.
ain't changing the name. It ain't.
I mean,
It ain't. Not, it's
Django.
Jank. It's just, it is what it
It's
is.
Django, right. It's Django.
That came out about what 10, 11 years ago. So
Yeah, it don't
it's
even seem
still.
like it. It don't seem like it because it was
I
that
fly
good a movie.
by,
It was
y'all.
2012.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
it's good. Yeah, believe it or not, but I mean, it's still for a remake. You know what I'm saying? It still seems like soon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I could see if you did some type of like prequel to it or like continue the story after he,
Right, but
went off to the
not
sunset.
rebooted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all what's I cannot. Hey, what's his name? The director, y'all.
Quentin Tarantino.
Quinn. I couldn't
Tarantino.
think of it. I was trying to tell this my wife about this motherfucker the other night because we was watching Dust to Dawn 2, which is fucking terrible. We didn't even get through the movie. But I'm like, the first one with Quentin Tarantino was great, but I couldn't think of his name. The first Dust to Dawn, you think it's a money heist movie.
Mm-hmm.
You kidnap, and then you find out it's a fucking horror movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a great movie, but I
But
love all his movies. Django, Hateful Eight. I mean, yeah. What is it? Is that it? The Hateful. What is that?
Hateful
Hateful
Eight.
Eight.
Yeah, that's his best movie, and that's a western. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I love that one too. But
That's the
the
one I
hate.
want to watch tonight, though.
That's what you want to watch. Hey,
Yeah.
that is a great fucking movie. And then like I love the parts because in his movies, y'all, he always add his dialogue in it somewhere in the movie.
Mm-hmm. Did you say
It'll
nigga?
be his voice. Do they say nigga? Yeah, I think they say nigga now. He can't have a movie with him that's with no white, but he ain't in the movie. But
Oh,
it's
actually, you
some
know what? I backtrack. It's a series, but yeah, go ahead, man. My bad.
the Django is a series,
Yeah, it's
okay.
in the series. They
Okay.
could
But
do
yeah,
that. They could do
Okay.
that.
yeah, I understand that more
All right.
instead of remaking a movie. But yeah, it's just true stories. A true thing is to happen in Hollywood. I want to say early '70s, late '70s. But
But
it
this
was
was revolved around Sharon Tate, right?
no, it wasn't just her. It was other people.
Okay. Okay.
But
All right.
but it was cool because Margot Robbie was in there.
Right. She plays Sharon Tate, right?
She's playing the Shannon Tate part. I forgot who he played because it's a lot of memes out there. People, half these niggas out here that probably don't even know, but it's a lot of memes from that movie where you see Leonardo DiCaprio pointing at the TV and stuff. You'll see it, dude. It's like I said, he's one of my favorite directors, man. It's a great movie.
Now,
JJ,
speaking of series, man, when we saw Best Man when it first came
right.
out,
That's what we came to talk about, right?
yeah. Now, at first, I didn't want to watch it because I thought it was a money grab. Like, why are they turning this series into a mini
The
series?
movie, right? Miniseries.
Right,
Did you
movie
see it,
Right.
series.
Phil?
Yeah, I watched it all. I seen it.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
honestly, after watching it, I thought it was great. I mean, they pretty much kind of tied up as many loose ends as possible, and just to kind of do all that in 8 episodes, and each character kind of had their own little, screen time or whatever, just kind of tie things up. But I thought it was great, man. So, like, what y'all think of it?
It was great.
Was-
I, 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 I
I know
didn't go
Phil
in
got
because
something.
I know you didn't want to see it, Mister, and I didn't not want to see it, but I wasn't dying to see it.
Right.
But I knew Mika wanted to, of course, the wife wanted to see the shit. I'm like, okay, but I didn't mind watching it, so I already came in open heart. And then I loved every character in all the movies.
Right.
So to
Right.
see that, it was pretty cool. It was
And
pretty cool. What you
yeah.
Phil? What was your hang up, little Mister? What was your hang ups, Phil?
I don't think I have. I mean, my hangups ain't really about the movie itself. Like, that was like a to us that's like a classic. You know what I'm saying? That movie was a classic.
Yeah.
The
So
movie,
I'm
yeah,
not. I can't really say nothing to detract that. The series was good for what it is. My problems with it ain't got nothing to do with the actual movie itself. Like that genre of movies is what I don't really mess with. Like I don't really like, to me everything in the show was cliche black people shit. Like I don't
black
like
people.
movies like that. So I don't like, I'm not gonna really draw no sentiment to it. But I mean it was good. It was entertaining. I watched the whole
It was
series. You
entertaining,
know what I'm saying? It certainly wasn't my idea to watch it. I watched it because my wife
right?
wanted to watch it. But I
Yeah.
mean it was to me it was just it was predictable. Like everything that happened, and it felt like I knew it was gonna happen. So it wasn't, to me it wasn't really no surprises in it. But I don't think
Right.
that's what it was there for. You know what I'm saying? It was there to make you feel part of the
Wait,
story.
wait. What about? Okay, let me ask y'all. What do y'all think? So Tay Diggs, he's with Nia Long at the end of the movie.
No, I think he tried to get back with her, but she didn't. She tried to get back with him. No, he tried to get
But
back with her, but she was
at the
like too soon
but
or
you
something, right?
Right.
but the thing was, at the beginning, the very first episode, the very first his monologue, he said you'd be surprised who you end up being with, and then when he gets on stage for his Pulitzer, he sees her.
Yeah, but they're just friends supporting each other. So
Yeah,
that's how
I
I
he was like
read
think
the
into it.
lamest one in the whole movie. Like I wanted to slap the shit out of him every time he came on screen.
Who, Tay Diggs?
no, no.
Okay, I'm finna ruin Tay Diggs for y'all. He is an actor who acts with his mouth. Now watch a Tay Diggs movie, and you gonna look at his mouth, and you never gonna watch him act again, because all he do is all this shit with his mouth. It's so fucking irritating. I can't watch the shit. That's up to me.
Okay,
So
first
he's
things
not a
first.
good actor then?
I'm a movie buff, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
I can't do
I
that shit.
do. I mean, House on Haunted Hill. I mean, I've seen his movies. I don't, dude. Don't nobody stick Westbrook. And I'm sorry, that's a commercial break. Westbrook be like fuck, like nobody sticking him. That's the
Yeah,
problem.
the people do really be fading up, falling
They
off on
like
him.
like people don't stick him, and then he won't shoot because he
He
It's
can't.
in his head.
nervous.
It's in his head. So
Yeah,
Is it?
they get in his head. That's but they know it works. So give him space to work so he can shoot and break.
hey, what's the score?
48 to 45, 49-45. Lakers up the second quarter. A minute left to go before halftime.
Okay,
What?
cool.
Hey,
Okay.
when did Anthony Davis get out again?
Yesterday, fuck you, get out. He went
No,
in
cause
jail.
no, cause I was looking at the box score. I think they was like
He only
last
played
week or
yesterday.
something. Last week sometime, and I ain't see him on the box score. I'm like, he hurt again?
He missed
No,
like the last like 15, 20 games.
yeah, he just got
But
back.
he just got
He
back
got
though.
back last 2 nights ago. 2 nights ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was like sometimes last week I was looking and
Right,
I ain't see him in the roster. So I'm like, damn, what happened? What
right.
happened to him?
He playing right now. They up five. They up five. I
What,
just
what,
y'all.
what happened to street clothes?
He got
It was like a foot injury. It
Oh,
was nothing.
damn. All right. Well, back to the
this
show,
something.
man. Back to the show.
Back to the
Great show.
movie. Right,
I think
right. Go back
everybody
to
was.
the show.
I think I was the happiest to see Terrence Howard. Honestly, I was the happiest to see Terrence because I thought that motherfucker was in space somewhere. I thought he went out of space. Remember, he was on the red carpet talking about all this higher learning. He cracked the code to life and all
He
this
cracked the
shit.
code to life.
Wow.
I thought that Mar was out of here.
I didn't see that part,
Yeah, I
but
seen that.
honestly, it was kind of cool to kind of like see all of them
Yeah,
from the first movie up until this point. I mean, they all are actually aging gracefully
Yeah, all
because
of them.
they
Yeah, they
yeah,
all
they
all.
all
That's
are.
one of the movies you like. Black ain't really cracking, nigga. Because
right.
I'm in my 40s. I know all them bitches older than me.
Yeah, they all in their 50s for the most part, and they all look good. So So I ain't go.
Yeah, I definitely give him that. You know, it kind of make you feel like because we consider it as a classic, and it was such a good thing for black people to be all on screen and actually people, you know what I'm saying? It gave us a moment in history.
Wait.
It took us all
Say,
back to that moment in history.
but Phil, I'm gonna honestly say this. Not only just it's an all black ensemble that's out there acting, but they are really good actors.
Yeah, that
You
too.
know
I
what
mean,
I'm
I ain't
saying?
trying to take away from,
Those
except for
no,
Tay
I'm just saying
Diggs.
they oh, here you go.
Not
But
not
no, they
Phil.
really they
That
good.
I'm
dialogue,
ragging on him now. He good.
that dialogue between him and Sanaa Lathan and Terrence Howard's house. I mean, they did some nice acting
She
doing that.
carried that, man. He looked like a complete buffoon on screen with her. I'm
Are you
sorry.
serious?
I think
Damn,
so,
she
yeah.
carry him.
Wow.
Okay,
Yeah,
she
she
carry him.
carried him. She carried all of them. To be perfectly honest with you, to me,
No,
from an acting perspective, I feel like Sanaa
more.
Lathan is the
No,
best
wait.
actor.
And out of that ensemble, I'm gonna be honest. Terrence Howard the best actor out of
Yeah,
everybody in
Terrence.
that
I
group.
would say Terrence Howard. Actually, he
Right,
probably
Terrence
is.
Howard is probably the best actor out of all that. You know what? So that might be second.
I would
And
definitely say,
it's not because of the movie she been in. I'm just seeing her act because I didn't like her. Like she had me in the movie. Like I can't fuck with her because I know she on bullshit. Like
but
she.
that's a key
Yeah.
indicator that it's a good act. That is a good
That's what I
actor.
said. That's what I said.
Mm-hmm.
She had me. She made me forget. Like man, this is a good girl, Sanaa Lathan. Nah, she played the bitch that man. I need somebody else. I'm difficult. And I'm not saying she was difficult, y'all, because you know women get fucking pissed off. Look, we got followers now and shit. But I'm just saying, like, she played the role where it was like, damn, man, this nigga been busting his ass for you. And to me, it felt like she wasn't appreciative.
I said the
Yeah,
same
I
thing.
think her
Yeah.
role in that situation was real fucked up. She was on straight bullshit. Like, I'm finna move to Africa because Black Lives Matter and you don't care. Like,
And
get
it's
your
like
ass
that.
on somewhere.
It's like
Now, now
she
in
never
regards
had
to
the shit back like what she want. Like she always like he said that shit. Like your mind changed so much. You know how the fuck your man always changing about some bullshit what you want because he's successful.
Right.
Baby, just enjoy it. He
But I
loves
mean,
you.
I,
Piggy,
go
just to
ahead.
piggyback on that, as far as y'all bringing that up, right? Because like the first two movies, Malcolm Lee, which is Spike Lee's cousin, he pretty much had the influence of the first two movies. Now with this series, you got like different writers, and I know it was one female writer who was dealing with the whole Insecure series. So it's like it's a lot of female influence in the series. So you can kind of see why certain storylines are kind of highlighted as far as like Robin wants to be on her own and have her own identity, and then you gotta bring up the little kid with the gay stuff. Then you gotta bring up the Me Too situation. So it's all different types of different purport that's being added to the whole storylines.
Yeah, I mean they gotta stretch it out, make give it the
Okay.
length out of it too that they wanted, but they was incorporating a lot of popular culture
Modern
shit.
stuff,
Right,
yeah,
the
Yeah,
modern
yeah.
shit. And believe it or not, I will say 35. Maybe a little more, but 35% of the world have to do with that now. Black in the black community. That's still not a lot of people. I mean, it's a few. It's 35%. Once you find out your daughter, your son gay, that's something you have to deal with, or you know what I'm saying, whatever they feel that they identify as. That's true. I understand that, but that's still a small percentage, guys.
35 is
And
a big number though, man. I mean,
that's you.
I would
You think
probably
that's big?
say 20. It's always like an 80-20 type of rule when it comes to stuff like that. So I would probably say 20%. I mean, like 20% ain't gay, but 20% fall in that LGBT spectrum. But you know, I would just say at the
And
most
even
maybe
okay,
20.
and if you feel like 20, I said 35, but even at 20, that's what I'm saying. Y'all put that in the movie. It
that
really
part
didn't
is
have to be. You know what I'm saying? It really didn't have to be. But I understand why you guys put it because of modern day. But that's still like you said, a small percentage of black families. And it
I
might be
mean,
more than that. You
it's
said 20,
entertaining.
Rob.
The goal is to draw as many different attractors to the
Right,
series. So you're
you
gonna
gotta wing
do the most
everybody. You gotta reel
broad
everybody
reach and
in.
stuff that you
Exactly.
can. So I
Yeah.
mean, and it is a lot of people who are dealing with it who don't know how to deal with it. The best way to you can really only deal with it the best way you can because you can't expect everybody to adopt your your the way that you think they should handle it. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where I get upset is when other people try to dictate how you should treat your family member. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever. But yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, off that, I don't want to get all into that because we've been and
Yeah,
down that road.
Yeah.
this has been mostly like movies. We try to keep it like the
Right,
light.
just
You know
focus
what I'm
on the movie.
saying?
Focus on the movie.
Movie.
But I mean,
So
yeah, we talk about the best actors on it. I would say Terrence Howard. I mean, honestly, he felt like comic relief on on the show
great.
to
Yeah.
me
He
for the
was
most part.
great. He whatever he was there for. Like the comic book relief.
Yeah,
Players that slowed down and wanted to be faithful. A nigga with money that's dealing with shit with his family. He played his fucking role
yeah. I believe he was
to me.
believable. To me, Tay Diggs wasn't believable. He just seemed
Okay.
like he was there. They had the budget to pay for him, and he came and got paid. That's how I
God
felt watching that
Damn.
shit.
Okay. Okay.
That's
God
how I felt
damn.
watching him on screen because he was like, it was like every time he was on screen with Sanaa Lathan, he was like he didn't know what was going on. Like he just seemed like he was so last
So
minute.
Now, like
so she
he's a
carried him.
he's an author, so his mind is always going to be zoned out. That's the
Right,
type of role that he
exactly.
played. So right, and
Exactly.
even
He's
even
not
That's
there.
that's how you think a writers act.
Yeah.
yeah,
He's not there.
Nah,
Dude,
bro.
your mind is calm.
Writers are while they are typically overindulged in whatever it is they're writing, they're typically more engaged in personal interaction and how people act and think. That's their whole job. So for somebody to be completely oblivious to what somebody else is experiencing is kind of ridiculous. To think that he wouldn't understand that his wife is going through all this trivial ridiculousness and he don't even know how to deal with it. Like he was just an airhead to me. And
yeah,
I felt
but
like it was because he wasn't. I
You
felt
just
like
didn't like
he
his.
was
You
the
didn't
most
like him.
underprepared in that role. To me, I think Terrence Howard girlfriend in the movie. I think she
so Shelby.
yeah, Shelby. I think she was on point. I think she overacted a little bit, but I think she was on point.
Shit.
Like I said, I think Sanaa Lathan, even though I hated her character, was
She
probably
did play her
on screen
role.
like the most convincing.
Yeah,
Nia
She
Long
did.
just seemed there. I wasn't. I mean, it's to me like a lot of their interactions was just so. These not your real friends. That's what it seemed like to me. Like what's dude
Uh,
name who was doing the fighting, doing the MMA stuff?
merch.
merch,
Yeah.
How none of that?
merch,
How
merch,
you gonna
merch,
be
merch.
somebody's friend? That's like me starting MMA and y'all don't know about it.
Uh,
I
I
want to
mean,
leave that.
it's
I want to
like
leave merch out of it, guys.
Don't get me wrong, I like merch. Like to
now
me, he was the most off to the side doing his own thing. Fuck y'all on bullshit. But like, how you gonna say them your guys and they don't know they can't even cover for you if you doing stupid shit?
no, but he wanted to keep it a secret. He wanted to keep it on the low, but stuff got out because he was being recorded. So like him doing MMA, it was like him just going to the gym.
That was his release.
All right,
But
I don't know.
that's what I'm saying
I don't
though.
know how often you go to the gym, but do you go to the
But
gym?
if I go when I do go. You know what I'm saying? You know when I go, I tell you. It ain't like I'm hiding. Like I couldn't imagine. I ain't saying I expect you to keep track of all my activities. What I'm saying is if I start doing something significant and starting to fight in public or in a public forum, like how could I not tell y'all?
I mean,
Who
if you don't come
that was
back
so
with
stupid to me.
black eyes, then no one's gonna know.
How irresponsible is that though, Rob? I go out and fight, don't nobody know I'm fighting. I get fucked up.
His coach
I
said
ain't
he
got
was a
nobody to
natural.
give me to. I ain't got nobody to cover for me.
His
If
He
coach
I
get
said
get
he was
hurt
a
killed in
really
the
natural.
ring.
bad,
He
if
get
I
killed
get
in the
hurt really
ring. I'm like,
bad, ain't
I know
nobody
this
gonna
nigga
be
was
there to take me
fighting.
to the hospital. Come on, man, that's irresponsible.
He did take a risk in taking his girls to that Jack and Jill event while he was out fighting. He could have got
And being
knocked
that
out, and
too,
then they would have been stranded
They'd
waiting
have
for
been
their
straight.
mama.
he
Exactly.
was completely irresponsible.
Yeah,
I don't think aside from some young dude trying to be a rapper, I don't think no real responsible adult married man finna do that to his kid.
yeah. That's I definitely would recommend it. But his coach did tell
Yeah.
him that he was a natural in fighting.
And and he got sold up. Y'all, his old ass.
He
Hey, I
was
He
pretty
mean,
won,
good.
but
he
that
won.
was just
You
how
know what
fake
I'm
the
saying? He
movie
was
was.
pretty good. Nah, that nigga
It would have been better
he
if
had a
he'd have got
nice
his
old
ass
cross.
whooped.
He had a nice old cross right, man. He knew what he was doing.
This wasn't no
And
feel good movie,
and,
man. He was supposed to
and he
get
was
his
letting
ass
off steam.
whooped.
And he was letting off steam. That's why the shit he was going through, he was letting off some steam.
Right,
Niggas need everybody need their escape. That was more like his escape.
Now it
right. But
kind of
he got
feels.
3 guys, and he ain't bothered to tell them what he was going through, man.
Nah. Well, I don't know. They was at the fight. The niggas
The
was at the
last
fight
one,
though. Yeah, the last one. They was at the fight.
that's when
Yeah.
everybody knew what he was doing. I'm talking about leading up to it.
Right,
And
you
he ain't
don't
never
tell
had a
nobody because they ain't know
conversation.
he was going. He ain't know if he was gonna really go through with that shit. But then you know the niggas, hey man, Merch got to fight tonight.
They was acting
Now
like some bitches, man. I'm
that
sorry.
at the last minute when Candace told him to take the girls to that Jack and Jill event, and Merch was like, why would you assume that I got nothing going on and have me do it? Like I totally feel where he was coming from.
I understand that shit.
Well, cause
I
your ass
understand.
gonna do nothing no time. Well, what else she gonna assume? You
But
don't do
right, but
shit
that's
but
my
sit in the
whole.
house and play video games all day. That's what I assume you gonna do.
Right,
No,
and I
no.
You
understand what you're saying,
a
man.
soccer mom. All of a sudden, you want to start doing MMA and don't tell nobody. Of course, I'm gonna think you ain't got shit to do.
I feel he runs a charter school. He's busy. It's not like he at home
Yeah,
just being
she
a
was bogus. I
yeah.
think that's another example of poor storytelling in my part, in my opinion.
I thought it was ironic that Shelby and Q's relationship was like the most stable out of everybody.
You find that ironic?
Yeah, because of as far as as
Me and
far
Mika
as
told those supposed to be together. We supposed to been divorced 12 times by now. How the fuck me and her? No, that's how I felt like when we watched it because it's like, believe you me, nigga, not you. I know y'all love me to death, but a lot of motherfuckers didn't expect us to be together. Not this long.
now in
And
regards
hey,
to
and you niggas
Shelby.
know genuinely we happy.
Right.
Right.
So it's like, how the fuck did they get like that? He a whole ass nigga and she just that. You know what I'm saying? But like
No,
we
that's
really
just
genuinely happy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. Q he was a player, and Shelby
He
she
was
was just this sedity, AKA type of
uppity ass
chick.
motherfucker. Yeah,
Yeah,
wait. Which one
and
is them?
they got along.
they
Terrence
did.
Howard and
And
Shelby.
Okay,
and
yeah,
like you
yeah, yeah.
say, Mister, and they really got along. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? They really
Right.
they like I said, it was the killing part out of all that bullshit. They was the most stable.
They weren't the most stable. No.
I
Who was
mean,
the most
besides
They
the
stable?
ended
fact,
up being they just ended up being together. They wasn't stable. How the fuck you gonna say they
Once
was
they got
stable?
to no, they were not. Once they got together, they was the most stable relationship.
right?
Yeah, once they got together, but
That's
how
what
long
I'm
did it
saying.
take for him
But
to get
no,
there?
but the whole
No, but
point, my
he
Hold
wasn't
point
on,
is
chasing her.
didn't this show start off with him finna marry another woman? How can you say it was the most stable?
No, Phil,
no.
but
Once they
he
got
was
together,
right, but he
that's what
wasn't
I'm
Right.
going
saying.
out of his way to like chase her. She chased him.
Right.
Yeah.
But the whole point was, out of everybody relationship, Tay, this, them, motherfucking Merch, it's like the motherfucker that's been a player all his life, this a Diddy ass bitch over here. They the motherfuckers, they got together, nigga. They was solid.
They were good.
I mean, but how would y'all say that Merch and his wife wasn't solid? They was the
Um,
most solid consistently throughout the whole series. They only
I
had
don't
one
know.
issue, and that was because he
She,
had some Black Lives Matter shit come up. They ain't had no issues.
they had issues
They
in
had
the
issues,
second
man.
movie.
What was they? I don't even remember back that far. So though,
As
maybe you're
far
right,
as
but I mean, based on this series, they the ones who never really had any
No, because he
relationship
felt
conflict.
they sex life was changing. They wasn't really spending that QT with each other, even whether it be the kids or she trying to pursue her shit. He's still doing the charter school shit. I mean, like I said, the Black Lives Matter came involved. Her Me Too movement shit came involved. Everybody. I'm putting it to you like this: everybody had their little ups and downs. These two motherfuckers had their ups and downs, up and down. Movie one, movie two, even the beginning of the episode.
but as
But
soon as
once
they
they
got
got
married,
together,
they were
they was
good.
fucking solid. He all the shit he going through, she got his back. The shit about her getting older, then we gotta realize now, nigga, I gotta sit the fuck down. He had her back.
How
That
did
was the
he have her
most
back?
motherfucker. He told a bitch she gotta sit her fucking ass down. You're not young anymore. When your husband really tell you like, cause he not saying it to be hating on you. baby, you can't be. You're not that woman anymore.
And
I
plus,
just feel like it wasn't no real conflict between them after they got together. What
And
real
that's the whole
conflict was
fucking
there?
point.
that's all
But
we're
that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Exactly.
That's all
You
we're
can't
saying.
really judge stability off a lack of conflict. There is no
No,
conflict to create
believe
instability. So
no.
you
But the
can't.
point is, if you're in a relationship and there's no conflict, believe you me, there's nothing fucking wrong with that.
No. But that's what I'm saying. There wasn't an issue highlighted in the movie for you to base your idea of their stability.
They never
You can
got
only
No,
along.
base,
no.
huh?
He
They
had the
never got
heart
along.
problems.
But
Right,
that was
right. But he had the
beforehand,
heart. Remember, he had the heart issues and everything.
right?
He had a mother. She, like I said, she was trying to do the big news shit. They had conflict, but
Wait,
their relationship,
what was
but their
his
relationship
conflict
didn't
with
bend.
what was his conflict or her conflict with what the other person was doing?
They just
That's
couldn't
the
That's
whole
what
stand
I'm
each
point.
other.
saying,
That's the
huh?
whole point. They meshed so good
They just
that
didn't like
even
each
the
other prior to getting together. Like they hate each
exactly.
other's guts.
Okay, I get that. What I'm saying is this. Okay, so when they got together, everything was perfect, right? That's basically what you're saying. Everything was
Once they got
flatline.
It
together,
was it
once
Everything
they
was
got
was
together and they went through their shit. Once they got together, they was like, man, look, like they was in the airport. It was
right
like,
after
damn,
the
you know what?
airport.
Right after the
it was
airport,
right.
they shit
It was
was
only
tight.
well, it was only one thing
What was the one thing?
as far as him finding out that the daughter was his.
Okay, and
Right.
right,
That
that's a
was.
good one. And they still,
Besides
Did
they
that,
she
still
know?
real.
I'm trying to remember. Did she know all along? I can't remember. She knew
She
all
knew
along,
all
right?
she
along.
knew
She
all
knew.
along.
She didn't tell. Right, she didn't tell. But outside of that, they still got over that shit.
Right, they got over it.
It's
No,
like
and I know that. I'm not saying that they weren't stable. I'm saying that the series didn't give you any conflicts for you to say they were more stable. So for example, like if they had more conflicts and they still were able to consistently overcome those conflicts with each other, because they had individual conflicts. The only mutual conflict
But
was
the
about
other
the child.
motherfuckers, but the other couple
I
said
think you just
individual
saying that because
conflict.
you most relate to them. That's what that is.
Believe it
Yeah.
or not, believe it or not, I tried to relate to each one of their relationships.
So
Like
how do
I
you
tried
vent? How do you vent? You going to the gym get some MMA class?
not,
How you relate to that?
lately, Vin, I've been back on PlayStation. I told you, I be saying lately,
That's
it
what's up.
ain't even venting. I'm like, man, my house good, my house clean. I worked hard, the food good, the kids good. I'm like, man, this is my me time right now. I don't really drink as much. I only drink and get fucked up on the weekend. Like I swear, Friday and Saturday. I might do tomorrow because of the football game, but I don't even get fucked up like that no more. So what I do, I mean, it's a lot of shit I could be doing, but that's my enjoyment right now. That's my
Right.
me time.
I feel you.
I play Grand Theft Auto, I play Madden, I feel good. Especially with her working evenings now. She working all type of hours. So especially when she not here, so I'm just here. Everybody cool. We done ate. That's my vent in that situation. With Tay Diggs, I'm not that occupied with my work that I can't focus on my wife. You guys know what I'm
So
saying?
you can't relate to them.
I couldn't really relate to. Like I said, I tried to put myself in these shoes. Nah, nigga. No matter even if I'm working overtime and I'm tired as fuck when I come home, if I see she tired, either we finna order some food or I'm just gonna have to cook. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Cause we both tired. And look, we both tired. We both work, but nigga, you do way more than I do. Nigga, we keep it real. At the end of the day, nigga, I might be working 3-4 hours a fucking day, and I'm back
Right.
at home. You
She
know what I'm
works
saying?
she works more than you.
Yeah, now she does. Yeah,
That's
You
the
that.
way
work
it's supposed to be.
you always supposed to work more than your woman.
Nah,
No, you're
man.
supposed to
Always.
earn and provide more.
Thank you,
Ain't nobody
thank
ain't you got to
you,
work more.
Phil.
I,
And I definitely do that still. You know what I'm saying? I do that. I can guarantee you. Shit, motherfucker told me, look at my stuff. See how much we making now? I'm like, shit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, I know I owe IRS this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, she's still doing more than I'm doing now. I'm walking in 2 fucking lots. I got 15 minutes worth of businesses every day. I don't even walk it that much no fucking more. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, like I said, I couldn't relate to that shit. I don't know. I mean, are y'all that busy that y'all don't give y'all wife that type of time? Just
Well,
asking.
well, my wife and I, we got like opposite schedules, but whenever we do have time, just like tonight, once we get off of this, we're gonna go upstairs, watch a movie, have some margaritas, and just and talk and chill.
And
So
that's what I'm saying.
you always gotta well, you gotta find that time
You gotta
regardless,
find that
no
time,
matter.
and we
Right.
do that. And that's like our Friday night. We didn't do it last night because we was ripping and running. But basically every Friday night, we playing Uno for shots. We drinking, talking shit, laugh. I said she gonna have her friends come over right now. And shit, they don't come over. Shit, I hang out with them for a while. I might end up going to bed. And then Sunday, I'm liking that we both off this Sunday too. Cause she'll watch the game. Sometimes, like you say, sometimes we don't even have to really talk. If she does, she can be on Facebook or whatever, or on a computer. Or I'll be motherfucking watching the game. That time is our time. I still want to show her, like, give her that time. I can't. I'm not that busy, or if I'm not doing shit, I'm gonna leave out the house and go somewhere. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
What about
That's
you, Phil? Then you ain't. My Mister say he is you. I mean, you the one flying all around the
right.
world.
You
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 been
been around the
around.
country.
You been
I
around
mean,
the
I
world.
mean,
You been around.
I don't honestly. I don't feel like we don't commit or make it a point to make time for each other. We definitely need to work on that. I mean,
Uh,
we don't have like blaring issues with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like the issues that we do have be so petty. Like if I was even tell somebody, they'd be like, "Nigga, you complaining about that
that's
shit?"
what
Like
y'all
that's
arguing
how
about.
petty
Yeah.
it is. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right. Right.
like we don't have issues that we can't overcome. But I definitely think we need to spend more time together. But right now, it's like I still feel like we in an adjustment period with being here, and you know what I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
I'm in an adjustment
And see,
period
that's
by not
different.
being.
That's
Yeah,
different because
so
you
we in a
moved to another
transitional
state. You
stage.
know what I'm saying? You still transitioning. Yeah, I
Right.
understand that.
It would be
But
a
yeah,
travesty if y'all had issues because y'all literally live on a resort and y'all have no reason to have any type of beef at all.
Nah.
Y'all should
I
be
mean,
good.
I think like timing has a lot to do with it too. Like
Hmm.
for us in the generation that we exist in, we just made it. Can you imagine if you were at this age right now in this society and you were not and you were just having to start over, like single? I honestly don't think I could make it. I don't think. I
nah,
don't.
it's fucked up out here, y'all. And that's
It's
why I
bad.
said. And that's why I be like, when you be looking, I be looking at motherfuckers in these relationships or just they on their dating thing, they doing that. I'm like, dude, how can you keep doing that shit? And it ain't. I mean, yeah, I'm lucky. I got a good woman. I'm this and that. I'm content. I'm happy. But y'all, it's like the women ain't shit. And don't get it twisted. The women ain't shit because the niggas ain't shit. You know what I'm saying?
And the niggas ain't shit because the women ain't shit.
And the niggas ain't shit because the women ain't shit.
It's the
It's
chicken and the
another
egg.
post on right.
hmm
It's another post on Facebook. It say men are in love with the bodies, women are in love with men's wallets. That's why there's no true love out here.
Yeah, yeah, and it's like,
Yeah.
Every chick is made to fuck up. Every chick, and don't get it twisted. They look nice, but every bitch is made up.
yeah, it's like going into to Macy's and trying to pick out the mannequin.
For real. That's
You want to fall
that's
in love with this mannequin
or that man.
or
That's what it
that?
is.
Damn.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in a single play in the world single right now. Honestly, to me, is a really bad, and that'd probably be a little easier just because we would likely be, seeking out women our own age. But I mean, when you think
Right.
about it, that from that standpoint, that will mean we immediately gonna be looking at women with one or multiple children. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Women who likely already been done bad because they single and got multiple children, so they had a
Right.
situation that didn't work out. So like that side of it, and then just they're being mixed in with all of the other women and all the expectations that these younger women have for themselves. Like they want all these, high class men or high value men who make $300,000 and $400,000. Retarded impossible wants that these women want. Like I couldn't be in that world right now, bro. I'm so glad I'm not.
And I'm gonna say, and
Yeah.
I agree with that. But Mr. I mean, when you look out here, like if you look at the typical Instagram chick, light skin, lashes, big ass, C cup. I look at these women, I be like, honestly, I be like, damn, is that woman? Can she fall in love with somebody? Because the way she carry herself, the way she's carrying herself is like she got to be for show. So once you got to be for show, you're gonna always want to be for show. Are
Well,
you really invested in the man that you're dealing with? That you gotta be motherfucking on the reels. You gotta be on the gram. It's like it's no fucking way I could be on a date with a chick and she on her phone doing this shit. And then when
now,
I'm in the
yeah,
house coming home from work, this bitch is doing this shit. Like she's
right.
doing that all fucking. When the fuck do I have my me time? And then you
And
give me some me
and
time when we go to bed.
and like
That's bullshit.
you are nowhere in sight in none of those IG pictures. That's the telltale sign.
Thank you, my
Whether
nigga.
Exactly.
whether she's a down
You just put
chick,
the cherry
yeah.
on the top, nigga. And
Yeah,
ain't no niggas in the pictures.
Right, right, right.
it's like they the concept cars at the auto show now, man. That's all they is.
Yeah.
Instagram is they the concept cars at the auto show. They
Man, that
look
motherfucker
good,
look
but
cold. Yeah,
ain't nobody gonna ever have them.
you ain't gonna never have it though. That's a false reality.
They for the streets, right?
And
They
then
for
the
the
killer
streets.
part, right? Because guess what? You can test drive this motherfucker all up and down in this bitch. You can fuck it all day, but you ain't finna take it home.
Nope, you can rent
You're
it.
not able. You're not able to take it home, and that's what
Nope.
I'm saying, G.
And when
Yeah,
you get
like
it
I
home,
said,
it ain't what you paid for. You ain't getting what you thought you paid for.
man, y'all
So,
niggas deep
Man,
tonight, man. Shit,
certified pre-owned, right?
sir,
certified pre-owned.
it's crazy
Damn.
because there'd be so many like sit down conversations on YouTube about men and women, and it's like I mean it's only a select. Obviously, it's only a small group of people because I mean you really look at the scope of things. You know what I'm saying? People really looking at influencers, people who have millions, hundreds of thousands of viewers and subscribers and followers, and they're looking at all of these people, and they're starting to think that that's the majority. So these regular females look at it and think that they fall into those Instagram models, you know what I'm saying? And they start thinking like them. And the guys can't really do nothing about it because even if you straight up and you ain't dealing with that shit, it's 700,000 more other dudes that's on her page bigging her head up.
So what she and the kid about what the fuck she give a fuck about you? We talking about some, I want the real you. And these motherfuckers want the fake me.
Exactly. And then they feel like in themselves they feel, and this all what Kevin
It's like
Samuels used to
it's
talk
like
about.
yeah,
You
it's
know what I'm
like I'm in
saying?
love with this strip. It's like you at the strip club, this the baddest bitch out here stripping. All these niggas throwing money at her. And you looking at her like, damn, I can make her a real woman. I would like her to be my wife.
Yeah, some niggas will do that though.
You the
Yeah.
stupid
Some
motherfucker,
some
G.
niggas will
But
do that. Yeah.
and it's not saying that your heart not. It's like she's so beautiful, you can be that good to her. But you gotta somewhere you gotta realize like she's a hoe. She a stripper.
Yeah. And then that stripper out here thinking that she's supposed to get a $3 billion man
Exactly.
to
Yeah, I
take
mean,
care of her for the rest of her life.
And the killer part,
And don't
man.
cheat on her.
And the
He
killer part, that nigga Nas said that one of the songs. He be like, man, rich niggas, poor niggas, the bitches. We date the same hoes. The same hoes we deal with here are the same hoes they see and they lifestyle, but they're hoes. You know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta recognize that shit.
but you can't call a woman a hoe no more.
I'm
So
sorry. I
thoughts and
apologize.
yeah.
views of Eric
Those are
And
his
I don't.
don't
takes.
necessarily apply to the
But
rules of
but
process of
but
podcast.
but it's just for the hoes, not for you black queens.
You
All right,
can't
man.
call them queens no more. You can't call them black queens because they're feminists, and queens are just as good as kings. So
Uh,
Yeah, because your queens are women, so
yeah, and women don't exist anymore because nobody knows what they are.
yeah.
So
I
just don't say
I
nothing about.
I don't want to offend nobody. Ain't nobody a hoe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
this
I told a
Bombay got
wife.
me motherfucking gone, G. Nigga, I swear to God, I ain't been like this in a minute, G.
Man, I was on Twitter when I was doing all that trolling for them 2 days, and I came across some group of, I don't know what the group was, and they was like, you know, men and women or male and female are social constructs. It's the doctor who objectifies and makes one or the other. And I was like, wait, are y'all serious? Like, I didn't know that was a legitimate viewpoint. Like, I thought it was a joke. I thought they
You
was being
didn't
sarcastic.
you didn't got yourself into a rabbit hole, huh?
I got in that boy.
Exactly.
I was like, wait a minute, what? Are you telling me now my penis don't make me a man no more? Are you
Exactly.
serious?
Wow.
That
Dude,
shit crazy, bro. Like,
and
for
that's
real.
what's crazy. And you know what's fucked up, y'all? They got more and more following traction behind them now.
Yeah.
And that's
Hey,
why I told you, look, and that's why I told you guys can check at the 24-minute mark earlier tonight. I just keep my head down and I just go for
hey,
it.
let's
'Cause
let that be the next topic. Going down a rabbit hole with all these different
I
fringe
like that.
groups.
Yeah, we gonna check.
Yeah,
We gonna do that shit in 2 weeks, nigga.
yeah.
No, we can't do it in 2 weeks. It's the Super Bowl in 2 weeks. We
I
might just
told
do it next week because ain't
Yeah,
no games
I'm here
on.
for it, man.
Yeah, ain't no
I'm here
games on
for it.
next week. We can do it next week because in 2 weeks the Super Bowl, nigga.
yeah, I'm good next week. And I told the wife
Okay.
30. I told the wife 30 minutes. We've been on for over an hour. So yeah, I think hopefully she ain't mad at me.
Nah, we
Oh
good,
man.
man. Yeah, look, well, look.
Yeah.
My wife got company, so shit. Like I
I
said,
wish my wife would come in here and tell me I
I
need to
wish
get
a
off my
motherfucker. I know my wife be like, get out there
podcast.
with your friends. I don't even spend no time with my friends. God damn it.
Man, all I say is your sister across the hall. Get out my face.
Right, go across the hall. Nah, but that's what's up, man. Sign us off, Mister.
For real.
Y'all, Cornerstone Podcast. Subscribe, like, comment, share the content, and we'll see y'all next week. We'll definitely go down through the rabbit hole and and talk about some shit. So,
For
all
sure.
right, y'all. All right,
Definitely, nigga. All
all
right,
right,
one
peace.
nigga.